Today on Dr. Oz, Long Island medium Theresa Caputo has a gift for communicating with the dead, but
there have been critics accusing you of being a fraud. What do you have to say to them?
see for yourself when Theresa shows you why millions turn to her for hope.
I just got the goosebumps. Did you just get the chills?
Wow.
Plus, the 3 things you should eat to live a longer, healthier, happier life. Coming up next on Dr. Oz.
On her hit TLC reality show, Long Island Medium, Theresa Caputo captivates audiences with her self-proclaimed gift for communicating with the dead. But there are some critics who question her legitimacy. Today, Theresa's here to show us why millions look to her for hope. Please welcome Theresa Caputo.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
I've always loved Theresa's hair. I don't know. How long does it take to make?
It's like, it's just 1, 2, 3.
Got it better.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
It's lots of practice, I'm sure. The media can be tough sometimes.
Oh, sure.
It's difficult questions, and there have been some vocal critics accusing you of being a fraud. What do you have to say to them?
I don't say anything. I feel everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I have a beautiful and amazing gift that helps people, and I just don't focus on the negative. That's all.
There's been reports of this, Theresa does these live tours where she actually does readings.
Yeah.
And there have been reports that you've canceled that tour. And even your fans, not just the critics, your fans say maybe it's because of the controversy.
Absolutely. Now, well, that just shows you how accurate that information is, because I am literally on tour right now, touring all over the country, and I'm going back out on tour in June as well. Yeah.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
This gift you have, a lot of folks don't really understand how it came about,
Right.
whether they might have it. I'd love to hear your story of how you first figured out that you felt things differently.
Well, I've always felt that since I was a child. I always felt different. I used to say that to my mom at the age of 4. I used to say, I don't feel right. I don't feel like I belong. And I thought what was going on in my brain was going on in everybody else's brain. And once I found out that it wasn't, and I just trusted it and embraced it, and here I am.
Here you are.
Healing hearts.
So I was curious about how your mind works. And some of you may remember this. Last year I asked a leading brain expert to take a look at what's happening to Theresa's brain when she says she's communicating with the dead. I want you to take a look at this very carefully. Can science detect the spirit at work? That was the question we tried to answer with our first-of-its-kind experiment. With the help of leading brain researcher Dr. Daniel Amen, we hooked up Theresa to a QEEG to scan her brain in its normal state. And when she read our audience for messages from the other side.
Allow the messages to come to you, and when they do, raise your finger.
She's going at it already. Are you ready for the results?
Do I have a choice at this point?
What we discovered was that when Theresa was channeling, there was a dramatic shift in her brain activity. Oh my goodness.
What we see is the alpha waves go down, actually her frontal lobes go down significantly, and it activated both of her temporal lobes. So there's just some evidence now that it is in fact a brain phenomenon.
So what do you conclude from this experiment? Do you think there's something really happening inside Theresa?
Well, I do. I actually watched. You know, there's a lot more that's real than scientists believe that's real.
So I must say, Theresa, that little cap you're wearing is quite a fashion statement.
It sure is. It was one of my better hair days, don't you think?
So these results, they were stunning to me. Were you surprised by them?
I wasn't. I really wasn't, because I knew there was something going on there, but it was just nice to see that it was validated. You know, and that's what I feel that I'm able to do as a medium. It has never been, Dr. Oz, about me wanting people to believe in mediums. That's not the focus of my gift. I want everyone to know that their loved ones are with them and that they have the ability to connect with their own loved ones, knowing that what they're sensing and feeling is real, that they're not crazy, and they just want us to live a happy life after they're gone. Because what I found out is a lot of people And this all ties into health, of living a healthy life as well, because if your loved one leaves the physical world and you're left with burdens and guilt, should've, could've, would've, only ifs, that blocks you from healing, which turns into stress, anxiety, and it can snowball into serious health issues. Yeah. And by being able to release that is such a gift. Because when we were showing that clip, I was drawn over to that section over there, and there was a mother energy, and she said to me that my daughter was left with the burden of feeling that she didn't make all the right choices for me, and I want my daughter to know that I knew that she was there. Is that you, ma'am? Can you stand up, please?
Here, let's go over there. You just sensed that while you were watching that
video?
video?
When I was watching the tape, I heard, but this is what happens. I sense and feel things. I might not necessarily know what it is, but I'm drawn to a certain area.
Here, what's your name?
And is that your mom's rings? Are those your mom's rings?
Both.
Both. Perfect. So.
And I wore them because I was thinking about my mom, because, well, it's 43 years.
But that's the thing. That soul bond can never be broken. That when we lose our loved one, the only thing that is broken is that physical connection. And when I was sitting there, I was made to feel that your mom couldn't communicate in the end, that you were left with choices and decisions, and now you're left with those burdens. Did I make the right choices? Is my mom proud of me? Did I disappoint my mom? And your mom made me feel the emotion that she wanted you to know that you always made the right choice for her, and that as you told her that it was okay to let go and to leave the physical world, correct? Know that she heard you.
Wow.
Your mom also talks about the brother that is also on the other side as well.
I don't know.
Okay, who can connect with the brother? Okay, can you stand up, please? So unfortunately, your brother is departed?
Yes.
Okay, and you don't know this woman, correct?
No, I just met her.
Perfect. And you never met me before, right?
No. Although we do come from Hicksville.
Oh, hey! But here's the interesting thing. When spirit communicates, I also want them to communicate with personality, the way that they were before they got sick or left the physical world, because I feel that's the best validation for you that it is your loved ones. And your mother, she was such a giving person. And she said, don't leave until you speak to the brother. Do you understand that? Would that be your mother? But it's her brother that's departed. Yeah, and you don't know this woman, but that would be your mother's personality, correct?
Yeah.
And your brother says that you didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's correct.
So you were left with, I hope my brother knows how much I loved him. Mm-hmm. And I wish I could have been there more for him.
Yes.
But I didn't know.
Yes.
So know that your brother wants to take the responsibility of not you knowing that he was going to leave the physical world. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
I want to hear your stories a bit. So what's going on with your brother? Give us the backstory.
It's a very sensitive subject. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Because he said, please, Dr. Oz, I take responsibility for my departure. Don't make my sister have to relive my death. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So no, I just got the goosebumps. Did you just get the chills?
Yes.
Know that that was your brother's soul that just moved through you. To validate that he made certain choices for himself that ultimately ended his life. And those burdens were left with his sister. Even though she tried to help him, he kept her and pushed her away. Not in a mean way.
No.
Just in an emotional way.
Yes. Yes.
And ma'am, you were hesitating. You said, wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, before you said talk to my brother, well, I have 3 brothers, but some of the things you said to this lady pertain to me, too.
And that's amazing. Out of all these people here, what are the chances of you sitting next to each other? Correct?
I could tell you.
Yes.
Sam Heughan.
Wait, what did she say?
Our next guest is coming on. He's very popular among some women. Theresa Caputo.
I only hear dead people.
Thank you for being here. Listen,
thank you.
I want you to be sure to check out Theresa and her show, Long Island Medium, Sunday nights on TLC. And you can watch her answer our Oz 5 questions exclusively on DrOz.com. We'll be right back.
Coming up, this explorer made it his mission to find the secrets to longevity. Now he wants to transform your health right in your hometown with the best secrets he's learned from around the world. Easy strategies to help you eat healthier and live longer. Coming up next. All new Oz, the new way to drink that has everyone buzzing.
It's going to be a big, big deal.
Powdered alcohol, it turns water into vodka.
Some states already banned this product, banned it.
That's coming up on Monday.
Check out this guy. He's the world record holder for the most pull-ups in 24 hours. Today, Mark Jordan is trying to break a new record right here on our show. And if you can hang on, pardon the pun, you can keep going, I'll tell you the fantastic reason why. But first, meet the National Geographic Explorer who traveled the world and learned about the world's longest living people. Today, Dan Buettner is going to spill the secrets from places where people live to 100.
What's the secret to a longer, healthier, happier life? Dan Buettner thinks he has the answer. Buettner discovered places where people lived longer than anywhere else, up to 12 years longer. He tagged these places blue zones and then set about researching their secrets in terms of health, nutrition, and lifestyle. Like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, where an astounding number of residents lived to the age of 100. And Ikaria, Greece, where he found 20% lower rates of cancer, 50% lower rates of heart disease, and almost no dementia. Buettner used these blue zone practices to create a longevity blueprint, putting them into practice to improve lives around the globe. Places like Albert Lea, Minnesota, America's first city to go blue zone, losing a collective 12,000 pounds, slashing healthcare costs, and adding nearly 3 years to projected lifespans. And California, where after 2 years of blue zoning, 3 beach cities saw a 30% decline in smoking rates and a 14% drop in obesity, proving small shifts in how we eat, drink, move, and think can create large changes in our health, happiness, and how long we live. Today, Dan shares his secrets from the places where people live to be 100 and beyond.
Dan Buettner is here now. He says that the secret to living longer is not just about the choices we make. That's surprising today.
We tend to think of discipline and individual responsibility, but actually, if you look at these spry centenarians, none of them were ever trying to live to be 100. They never got on that difficult diet or bought the Stairmaster for their basement or called an 800 number for supplements. Longevity happened to them. They lived in places where the culture made the healthy choice for them. And that's what we're doing around America right now in 23 cities.
Well, just to point out, it's spry centenarians. A lot of people say, I don't want to live to age 100. But these are people who are 100, but they look like they're 60. They're vital.
So the reality is the longer you've lived, the healthier you've been. So these 100-year-olds tend to live a long time and die pretty quickly. And part of the secret is they live in the right community. They create their own blue zones. We now know that if your 3 best friends are obese and unhealthy, there's about a 150% better chance that you'll be overweight yourself. So it's about building the right community around yourself, your own little blue zone.
How do you do that?
Well, we believe in creating circles of friends around healthy activities. So in our blue zone cities, we create plant-based potlucks and walking clubs. And it's not so much about the healthy eating, it's about the friendships, because we know friendships last a long time. Right. And if you're hanging out with healthy friends, you're more likely to be healthy yourself.
There are some concrete things that we as individuals need to do to get to age 100, and Dan makes these arguments all the time when he talks about the blue zones. The first is to eat like you're in a blue zone.
Yes, so for this blue zone solution, we actually distilled 155 dietary surveys from around the world to get the most definitive longevity diet ever done, I believe. And the big secret here is they eat mostly plant-based diet. About 90% of their calories come from plants. We call it plant slant. And the big winners, the longevity winners, are whole grains, actually a high-carb diet. Remember, both lollipops and lentils are carbohydrates, but it's those complex carbohydrates.
Yeah, they're voting for lollipops back there, but we'll talk about that later.
Is that in their grab bag? No. Right. But whole grains, snack on nuts, which I know you do, but the big winner, which you should be prescribing your whole audience, the number 1 supplement is beans. Beans. The longevity cornerstone, the cornerstone of every longevity diet around the world is about a cup of beans every single day. All kinds of beans. They're very high in protein, no saturated fat, and pound for pound, they have as much protein as meat, but 1/5 the cost. So everybody can afford them.
Let's meet Capri. She's over here. Coming over. Now, Capri says that she doesn't like veggies, doesn't like beans. She's just not a player in this. What gives, Caprice?
Hello. Wow, I think I need some help. My refrigerator is a mess, and I just need to know how to live forever, and you're going to show me how to organize it, right?
So if it is true, and I think a lot of people will have to agree, we fight the battle in our fridge. I didn't realize reorganizing it was a big part of this puzzle, but you say it is.
Yeah. Instead of making you remember the right foods to eat, I'd rather have your refrigerator set up so it's easy, and that's a big secret, because if you organize it once, it's done right in the first place. So I look over here, and there's a lot of good things, but there's a few things I'd change right away.
Before you change anything, I'm going to point out a couple things. It's cluttered. It's really busy in here. I see the soda pop immediately.
Yes.
Describe why it's so important, this issue of eye-level food.
Right. You're 2.5 times more likely to eat the food at eye level. So if you take these empty calories...
Well, I have a quick question. I don't see the soccer ball, so is this really my... That's
his freezer.
That's exactly.
But you take these empty, I would say take them out of the refrigerator altogether, but if you're going to drink them, put them out of sight and take some of these blue zones foods. By the way, greens, we found that people in Greece who eat greens every day live about 4 years longer, and their brains are 10 years younger. Cauliflower. In Okinawa, it's a big fallacy. Okinawa, women live about 17 years longer than the world average. They eat more tofu than any place else. So now they're at eye level, and you're 2.5 more times likely to eat it. And you don't have to remember not to eat the junk food. This is going to be the easy choice.
Awesome. Just to point out also, you're leaving space in between these. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, so a cluttered refrigerator, like the second shelf here, you're going to eat more junk food mindlessly. So every week, cleaning out your refrigerator and putting a little bit of space between foods, and don't stack them. You want a nice, spare refrigerator full of love.
My sons probably won't cooperate. What do I do then?
You're in charge of your refrigerator.
I am in charge. You tell them that.
But think about this. Even if you've got kids who fight with you, this is a fairly straightforward thing to do.
Yes.
Space out the food, put the good stuff at eye level, get rid of this, debunk this myth that you mentioned about having the best foods in the crisper.
That's what I was taught. Yeah.
And make them dig for the junk.
Dig for the junk. Thanks,
Can I keep my chocolate bars there?
Eat your beans.
Thank
you.
Eat
your beans. All right, next. Dan wants everyone to downshift for 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day. Now, why is this such a critical issue? I guess they're downshifting in front of me here, right?
Right. So stress, a huge killer. Stress is at the root of every age-related disease, heart attack. It actually shrinks your brain. It actually makes you wrinkled. So that's something you really want to. In blue zones, we see they're taking about 20 minutes a day. In blue zones, they do things like prayer and meditation. But here, doing your nails, those are beautiful, by the way.
I see that.
Chilling out and something that relaxes you, get your heart rate down, get your cortisol levels down is a great idea. 20 minutes a day, better than any pill you could take.
And the people who need this advice the most don't have 20 minutes a day.
They should take 40 minutes. No, the reality is, you think about it. You spend a few minutes every single day. The payoff is a longer, healthier life, and you feel better from day to day. If you're de-stressed, you're going to be more efficient. You're going to enjoy your day more. It's just putting the horse before the cart instead of the other way around.
All right, let's move to one major tip that's easy for everyone to follow. It's the last secret of the blue zones, is to make 5 p.m. wine and dine time.
Another good way to down.
Finally got applause.
So, first of all, I'll tell you a few secrets about wine, by the way. If you're drinking, if you're a moderate drinker, you're probably living longer than if you're not drinking at all. I would say the secret is red wine, and especially if you're drinking red wine with a plant-based or a blue zone diet, because you about triple the flavonoid or the nutrient uptake. So red wine, Mediterranean blue zone diet, it's 1 + 1 = 3. So you got them here. Nuts, olives, apricots, dates. These are perfect happy hour foods.
And plus, it gets you to 20 minutes at worst with community.
Right.
Dan, cheers to you.
All right,
congratulations. Let's come over here and toast to Mark.
Let's toast to Mark.
So, Mark, this is there. Mark's 54-year-old, my age, knocked out a staggering 4,321 pull-ups in 24 hours. Here, you heard me right. 4,321 pull-ups in one day. They have challenged him to do 300 pull-ups within this hour-long show. And if he succeeds, our trusted partner, Omron Healthcare, is going to donate $10,000 to his charity of choice. So how's it hanging? You're hanging, I see.
Yeah, it's hanging pretty well. Thanks for asking.
So what charity are you pulling for?
The American Heart Association.
Are you guys picking up my puns here? Charity that you're pulling for, how's it hanging? Well, I'll tell you what, if you can pull this off, You can have a little wine, might help you.
These curls are easier.
That's right.
Yes.
If you can pull this off, I'm sure you can. We're going to come back and keep checking on you. We're going to get that $10,000 to the American Heart from Amron.
That's great.
God bless you for
Excited.
doing
All right,
it.
brother.
We'll be right back.
Next, are you about to walk down the aisle but your weight is giving you cold feet? Before you say I do something about your health. Dr. Oz's Bridal Boot Camp can whip any bride-to-be into shape. A 4-week plan for everyone to slim down for the season. Next.
These ladies are all getting married this season, but before they say their I do's, I want to do something about their health. Today, I'm helping them with my first ever bride boot camp. You guys excited? Yeah! Let's meet the brides.
My name is Lauren, and I've been engaged for 1.5 years now. I've been dating my fiance for 9 years. I cannot wait to get married to my best friend. But I'm really anxious about my wedding day. I've struggled with my weight majority of my life. I've always been a chubby child to a chubby adult now. I definitely want to be a fit and healthy individual as well as a fit and healthy mom. So we plan to start having a family right away. I feel like I'm pregnant already. I feel like I need to lose some weight to get into this dress. My dream is to be that knockout bride to walk down and greet my fiance at the end of the aisle.
My name is Faye, and I have been engaged to my wonderful fiance for about a little over 1 year now. We met at a restaurant and our eyes just locked and the rest was history. This should be the happiest time of my life right now. But I have to admit, my struggle with my weight is just putting a damper on things. I've been a yo-yo dieter my whole life. I'm dreading buying a wedding dress. I was born with big legs, big thighs, and a big butt that people like. But it's my waist I'm having trouble with. And that's the hardest to conceal in a wedding dress. I love my curves, but this belly's got to go. What I want most for my wedding day is to feel like a goddess.
I need to get my health in order before I start my new life.
It's time for me to get healthy before I walk down that aisle.
Brides-to-be Faye and Lauren are here. So Faye, how has getting engaged changed your perspective on getting healthy?
Well, I want to look good. I want to stay looking attractive to myself, to my honey, to everyone. You got to stay looking good, right? Because a lot of people fall off after they say I do. And plus, you know, my family has not a good history of health. My mom has diabetes. My dad had diabetes. My mom is recovering from breast cancer.
Oh my goodness.
My dad passed away from a heart attack, unfortunately. So, you know, I want to be that one that doesn't have to deal with that at all. Just
breaks the cycle.
Yes, break that cycle, kick it, and live a long, healthy life.
And Lauren, you talked a lot about your weight in that little piece.
Yes.
How has that held you back? And how would losing weight allow you to do new things?
Well, weight has definitely been a struggle of mine, considering I've been struggling since I'm a child.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always that little fluffy kid that never got picked on
Fluffy.
on the gym team.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, no, I want to be healthier. I want to be fit. I want to feel good. I want to feel confident.
So today, you've chosen members of your wedding parties to be here for you to help you get healthy. Faye's bridesmaid is Nadej. Come on up, Nadej. And Lauren's maid of honor is Melissa. Come join us up here. There they come. Oh, look at them. They're up here to help. I love that. So, Nadej, why is it so important for you to be here to help Faye?
Well, more importantly, she's an awesome person. And now that she's getting married, I want to be able to support her. She struggled in the past with her weight, and I want to be a supportive friend, and I want to see her get healthy and do it with her as well.
And maid of honor, Melissa, what is it that you love about Lauren? What are you worried about?
I'm not only her maid of honor, I'm her cousin. So I'm her big cousin. So I want to see her happy and I want to see her healthy. I have 2 kids of my own. I work a full-time job. My husband works nights. So I know how it is to need that energy, and I want her for that the long run, not just walking down the aisle, but long term when she has a family.
So brides, you all getting married this season, right? Pretty soon?
Yes.
So today we're going to ask everyone to chip in, including the bridesmaids and maids of honor, everyone in to help get them down for the summer season. So when we come back, the Bride Boot Camp. You won't want to miss this because it's a 4-week plan that will work for every Ms., Miss, and Mrs. Everyone can benefit from this, including Mark Jordan, who is doing pull-ups to raise money for the American Heart Association. He's up to, what are you up to, about 200 over there? Well, he's going to help out the brides as well in our boot camp. We'll be right back.
How did you get ready for your wedding?
I was already going to the gym several days a week, but I wanted to improve my diet. I cut out all the carbs and alcohol I would typically consume. That made a huge difference in my looks and attitude. I highly recommend it.
Share yours on Facebook.com/Dr. Oz. Coming up next, are you counting down to the big day but aren't feeling confident about your wedding weight? We have the Bridal Boot Camp to slim down any bride-to-be by summer. The workout and eating plan to start shedding for the wedding. Coming up next. All new Oz, the new way to drink that has everyone buzzing.
It's going to be a big, big deal.
Powdered alcohol. It turns water into vodka.
Some states already banned this product, banned it.
That's coming up on Monday.
Welcome back. These brides, all these beautiful women, are ready for Bride Boot Camp. They're all getting married this season. Today, the 4-week summer slim down for everyone looking to get swimsuit ready. Now, our two brides, Faye and Lauren, joined by their friends, are here with their bridesmaid and maid of honor. We'll stand by them for the next 4 weeks as well as at the wedding. First, Faye's bridesmaid wants everyone to start each morning with a coffee cleanse smoothie. Now, Dej, why is that?
Because Faye drinks a lot of coffee, and she does not eat breakfast. She skips meals. She's always on the run, and she's always grabbing a cup of coffee to go. And she does not supplement her meals with. That's her meal, basically, is her coffee.
Is that true? What do you normally have?
I'm always on the go. So coffee, and then more coffee. I get to the train station afterwards. Coffee. That's it.
And what do you put with the coffee? Nothing? Bagels, donuts?
No, I do cream and I do artificial sweeteners.
Which you know doesn't work anyway. Yeah, Zemo, they're all moaning up there, your friends. All right, so how do you make this this coffee dish? Can you describe it?
Okay, well, the shake has some date sugar. We're gonna start off with the coffee, a little bit of vanilla extract, as well as some cinnamon. To make it a little sweet, we put banana and top it off with the almond milk.
Let's see what you think about this. It has a nice consistency to it. It looks like coffee.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's really good.
She knows.
It's good, yeah.
Good enough to replace the other coffee? Good enough to go with this for 4 weeks to the wedding?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can do that.
I think it's very exotic. I like it a lot. And the cinnamon's a very nice addition with the vanilla extract. Nicely done. She really does love you. All right. Next up, we have Laura's maid of honor who wants everyone to cut their carbs in half at every single meal. Melissa, why is this so critical?
Dr. Oz, I've done everything under the sun, and the only thing that seems to work for me really is cutting those carbs.
So Laura, how difficult do you think it'll be to cut the carbs back?
It's going to be very difficult. I happen to love to go out to eat where I could just eat the bread basket alone. I forget about the meal. I'll probably polish off the bread basket all by myself before the meal even gets there. So it'll be a challenge, but it's definitely doable.
Are you going to have nail colors like this when you have your wedding?
No, definitely not.
Not?
No.
Too risque?
Yes.
Swear it on the show, though. All right, so we got a couple tips here. If you don't mind, let's walk us through it.
All right.
Easy examples of what we can all do to cut our carbs down.
So the first thing we have is a scooped out bagel. So all you gotta do is scoop out the inside of the bagel, but you still have the taste of the bagel. You're still satisfying that carb craving, but you're cutting those carbs.
Yeah, so you put egg whites in here or something else that you like. Without the carbs, you can get the protein in. Again, we don't want to take away the craving that most of us have for something more substance in the morning.
Yes.
Can you try this? Would that make sense for you?
Sure, I will. No,
All
I
right.
definitely will.
I brought a special expert in for everyone to learn from. Janzetta was once like all of you, a bride-to-be. She felt unhealthy, but she lost 20 pounds. Is that right?
Yes.
And she has kept it off for 15 years. So why was it so important to change your life before you got married?
Well, regardless of my weight, I've always been a self-proclaimed diva. So not being fabulous in my gown was not an option.
No. So you got a little tip that you want everyone to try. And
Yes.
I armed these women over here with the weapon that you want to give to them. Go ahead.
Well, I took a picture of myself in a bathing suit, and I put it on my refrigerator, and I marked the areas that I wanted to improve on. And whenever I wanted to go into the fridge, I look at that picture, and I think about that ice cream I'm getting ready to take. I'm like, oh, no, girl, not for you.
No, girl. What's the door you open most commonly in the house, right? The refrigerator door.
Yes.
So a couple of the brides here have these pictures. Let me see what you guys have done here. Go ahead and circle the part that you want to change. I want to understand exactly how you might work this through. Who wants to go first? Hillary, you want to try it out? Go ahead, show the camera what you circled there.
I circled my stomach.
Yeah. And so what are you going to think of when you're about to open the fridge and you see that circled stomach?
This big roll that I have there that looks like a tire.
You don't want it there when you get married?
No.
Is 4 weeks enough time to make a dent in that?
God willing, yes.
No, darn right you are. Let me see the rest of your pictures here. You circled the bathing suit. You got to circle something. Oh, that's very yes. What do you not like there?
Well, I put a check mark over here because I like what I got going on up top, and I like what I got going on behind, but I put an arrow going up because maybe I could plump it up a little bit.
I like that idea. No, it's true. No, celebrate the good things. Check marks get pluses. Circle the things. A little X through the stomach there. Nice idea. Nice little touch. So everyone can do this. Go home, take a picture of yourself, focus on the things you want to change, but also acknowledge the things that you sort of like. Finally, I want to get Mark Jordan involved. He knows a lot about staying in shape. He's trying to do 300 pull-ups in 1 hour to raise money for the American Heart. Mark is going to pull all this together in our boot camp by giving us a little bit of inspirational exercise advice. Mark, what do you have in mind for the brides?
Well, what I have in mind for them is that pull-ups are great whenever it comes to arm tone and strength. And you can do them anywhere there's a pull-up bar, or anything that's close to a pull-up bar. And then the other thing, it's great for relieving stress during your exciting, kind of hectic times.
All right, listen, how many of you can do 10 pull-ups? I didn't think so. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Mark, show off. Here's what we're gonna do. All of you don't have a pull-up bar at home or can't use it. All you gotta do is do these rhomboid pulls, all right? Here, put your pictures down. Everyone stand up, we're gonna do this together, very straightforward. You're gonna stand as straight as you can, pull your shoulders back, keep your arms parallel to the ground. Pull your shoulders way back, and then pretend that you got a pencil in the middle of your spine and your shoulder blades are gonna touch it. So just pulse back, pulse back. You do 30 of those babies, you're gonna have one of the most beautiful shoulders with your wedding gowns, and in 4 weeks you get married. For the complete 4 weeks, some are slimmed down, go to DrOz.com. Keep going. You got 5 left. We'll be right back.
Coming up, they're called hooligans. Adoring Jamie fans of the hit TV series Outlander, sexy superstar Sam Heughan is here. See how some very lucky audience members get a chance to get up close and personal. Coming up next.
We are bringing healthy back this season and want you to bring it too. Grab your prescription pad for fun and sign up for free tickets today. You can go to DrOz.com/tickets and sign up. Did I get it right? Tortured, all in the name of love and honor, and his many fans, many of whom are here today, pray for his speedy recovery. Take a look.
All right, coach. Flogged me twice in the space of a week. And he'd done it twice the same day, I expect. But they're not afraid of killing me. There's no joy in flogging a dead man.
Please welcome from the hit show Outlander, Sam Heughan. Thank you for having me. Sam Heughan! They've been talking about you, bragging about you. Sometimes you're talking to the dead and you come up, you converse. So there.
It's amazing. This guy's incredible.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
We need to get to the gym though, really.
You should get to the gym. You go to the gym a lot.
I do, yes. I was there this morning, actually.
Well, good for you. Now, your life has changed quite a bit since Outlander came out last summer. You've got throngs of female fans who absolutely adore you. I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah. I love you guys too. Their support is absolutely terrific. We're, overwhelmed by all their enthusiasm. It's terrific.
So, for everyone to catch up on the same story, Sam's fans carry what they call a Pocket Jamie version. There's Sam's character, of course, in The Outlander, and they take these photos of Jamie doing all kinds of interesting things. I've got a couple examples for you. Here's one, pretty intriguing one, of Jamie escaping a shark. The Sharknado version of Outlander.
That is a close escape.
Yes,
yeah.
and here's one of Jamie floating in space. Something very wrong about that picture. So one of the reasons I wanted to have Sam in is we actually have a close connection. You may not know this, but he just finished filming a movie called When the Starlight Ends. The young woman who plays opposite him is my daughter, Arabella. Now, fathers are always proud of their daughters, particularly for keeping up with you. Did you guys have a good time together?
Arabella is she's a terrific actress. She's a lovely human being, hardworking. And actually, I've got a bit of a surprise for you, Dr. Oz. I managed to bring some footage from the movie. So it's a little scene where basically Arabella taught me to dance. Yeah. She's, as you can see, pretty good. She's got some pretty hot moves.
Her mother taught her those. Those aren't from me.
Yeah, this is. It gets
Where's this going?
a lot better.
Cut!
Yeah.
Cut! What are you doing? That's my daughter.
I'm sorry.
That's my daughter.
Sorry, man. There's some pretty good love scenes too. But,
oh gosh.
Sorry.
It's TMI. It's awkward. All right. So let's talk about something that I think all the fans here care about. This is a big deal. Sam has agreed to take a picture with all the hooligans. But Sam is a complex character. He's a complex character. There's a catch. He's a huge fitness buff, as you can tell. So 2 of the hooligans are going to get nominated. 2 hooligans will come down to answer some health and fitness questions. If you get 3 of them right, you get a picture. If not, I escort Sam off the set. Yep. And you guys all wave goodbye. Please be polite about it. Are you into this? It's a big deal. All right. Okay, let's nominate Jennifer and Joy. Where's Jennifer and Joy?
Yes.
2 great hooligans. We'll meet them. Oh my goodness!
Hey, wow. I am Sam. How you
He's
doing?
real.
Good to meet you. You're Jennifer. You're Joy.
I'm Joy.
All right, come have a seat. All right. Now you guys can answer your questions together, Joy and Jennifer.
Okay.
Right. Now, here's the first question.
Okay.
Right? Crunches are the best way to burn belly fat. You can ask your hooligans if you want to. But no cheating. You can't cheat.
Oh, sorry.
Sam. Get sit closer to me. Get over here. He's too close to me.
Oh, okay.
Did not have the desired effect. He's on my lap now. All right.
Oh, sorry, do you want us to move over?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Let me say, yes? No. No.
They're going with no.
If you get this wrong, you have to do a pull-up. So let's get it.
No.
They're saying no. Sam, the answer is?
I believe it's no.
He's correct.
Woo!
Yes, Steve.
You know what you do, though? You build up big muscles like Sam has. You actually have a metabolic furnace with those muscles that burn off fat, but it doesn't happen from doing sit-ups. Okay, that's 1 right. You get 2 more right, and you get the picture. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. True or false? Walking. Geez, Sam. My goodness. Wait. Walking can be as beneficial to your health as running.
Yes.
Yeah, we got this.
Yes.
Go team.
Yes. We're team.
Easy.
We got this.
You got that?
They got that.
They got that. They're right. It's crazy. Most people would think you have to actually run. You don't. Walking fast. It's not a walk in the park, though. It's actually more meaningful. You gotta get your heart rate up a little bit. Get a little breathy with your stuff. Not by dancing like you were.
Like
okay. All right. Last question. This is for all the marbles. It's a big question. All right. Sam's favorite workout.
Oh.
Is it sword fighting? Is it hiking? Or is it belly dancing? Now, before you answer, I have some evidence to bring to this. Can I see the picture, please, of Sam? That is a very nice form, Sam.
Thank you. Yeah.
Jennifer.
Never did I ever think I would ever see.
Where was that picture taken, by the way, Sam?
That was on set. Yes.
A different kind of movie. The answer for all the marbles.
We're gonna say hiking.
Are they right?
Dragon Monroe.
They're right.
They're right. They got a winner. We have a winner. Come on over here. Get a photo with the hooligans. Come on over. Race them over there.
Come on.
All right.
Well done.
I'm one of you.
One of our photographers coming up here. Up there. Put Sam somewhere in there close by.
You can go right here.
Yeah. You guys sit.
I'll come with you
guys
too.
sit.
All right.
And Sam sit in their laps.
I'm good.
You gotta sit down
You
there.
good?
Press
Here,
down.
you sit on my
photo.
knee.
Come on up.
There we go.
Smile. Everyone smile. Woo! You can catch Sam in Outlander, Saturday Night on Stars, and season 1 is available now on Blu-ray and DVD from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. Guess what, fans? You're all going home with a copy as well. We'll be right back.
All New Oz, the new way to drink that has everyone buzzing.
It's going to be a big, big deal.
Powdered alcohol. It turns water into vodka.
Some states have already banned this product. Banned it.
Dr. Oz breaks down what it is, how much it costs, and if it's safe. Plus, the stars of Botched on the biggest plastic surgery disasters in Hollywood.
People with no medical training at all inject plumbing supply materials.
That's coming up on Monday.
Let's check in with Mark Jordan. He's at 285 right now. Now, he's proven he can do 4,321 pull-ups in 24 hours, becoming a Guinness Book World Record holder. But I've challenged him to do even more. In just 1 hour, 300 pull-ups. He's almost there. He had to be faster and stronger to get there, and he's missed none of today's show. He knows it all, so he can do those pull-ups while we do in case you missed it. First, secrets from places where people live the longest. One of the best ones is they get to take a 5 p.m. wine time. It's important, actually. People in blue zones drink 1 glass of wine, not a lot more than that, just 1 glass of wine a day, and they believe it helps them live longer, so try a glass of red wine, along with some of those nuts I keep bragging about that's good for your health. Next, we're doing a big slim down for summer with my bridal boot camp. Even if you're not a bride, you can start each morning with a coffee cleanse smoothie. Not only will it give you a nice caffeine boost, but it tastes great and has less calories than a typical latte. So here's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna take some coffee, regular old coffee, then some vanilla almond milk, a little date sugar, which is a wonderful way of sweetening things, and then some cinnamon, which gives an exotic taste to it. And then at the end of the day, you're left with this wonderful little smoothie. And don't forget the banana, it makes it a little bit more creamy. All right, Mark, back to you. How you feeling?
Feeling great, thank you.
What number are you at?
295.
Should I do the last 5 with him? Audience, help us out. Last 5 together. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And 1 more. Come on down here. Come on down here. So, listen. Go like this for a second. I mean, this is, it's not easy to do this, and I appreciate you making it. What's your next ambition? What do you want to do next to change the world?
Well, the next thing I want to do is get a message out to as many people as possible that it's never too late to make a difference in either starting or improving your health, and that age is just a number. It should never be something that should stop you.
Yeah, well, as someone who's your exact same age, we're both 54, I'm very proud of that. So we made a promise to you. Our trusted partner, Omron Healthcare, is presenting the American Heart Association with a $10,000 check because of what you have done today. Congratulations. There you are, my friend. Very proud of this.
Thank you, Rob.
I'll see you all next time.